Brewster Historical Society presents Postcards from Summer Camp. For over a century, Brewster has been home to more than a dozen summer camps. Each summer, boys and girls made the trip from destinations near and far to enjoy outdoor life on Cape Cod. As stated in one brochure, classes in sports, crafts, and appreciation of the arts and nature are conducted by instructors with wide knowledge and experience. Their tradition continues today, and Brewster Historical Society is proud to honor this fine legacy. There are 9 Brewster camps no longer in operation. Cape Cod Sea Camps just recently closed in 2021. This was the former Camp Wono and Camp Monomoy. For nearly a century, CCSC provided a unique educational environment in which individuals had fun and realized their worth and potential. The Cape Cod Sea Camps began as Camp Monomoy for boys in 1922, founded by Robert Delahanty, known affectionately as Captain Dell, his wife Emma Berry Delahanty, and his Worcester Academy colleague Harriman Dodd. In 2021, by near unanimous vote, the town of Brewster purchased the Sea Camps properties and will make it available to the public. Camp Dartmouth, 1966 to 1979, was a coed former location of Camp Watona, a summer program with instruction in dance, art, music, and theater, owned and run by Mrs. Catherine C. Crocker and her daughter, Mrs. Louise Labrec. Camp Monomoy, 1922 to 1975, was a boys' camp. Captain Dell and Skipper Dodd purchased a 45-acre parcel of land in Brewster. The following summer, Monomoy welcomed 100 boys to its new location. After 1975, Camp Monomoy merged with Camp Wono to become the coed Cape Cod Sea Camps. Camp Rowena, 1958 to 1978, was a coed camp. They had programs for developing equestrians to become more confident in their abilities within a community of riders. Sea Pines Camp ran from 1907 to 1970 for girls only. From the Kings Highway at Brewster, Sea Pines Estate runs back a half a mile to the beach. In 1957, Mrs. Faith Bickford and Gladys Parker turned the camp over to Russell and Edith Walp, but still retained the school. In 1970, the camp stopped and the property sold to Carr, Coran, Mullins, and Jennison, condominium developers. Another girls' camp was Camp Seascape, which ran from 1959 to 1985. They were specializing in weight loss for girls and nutrition services. They ran it at the Crosby Mansion property. In 1985, they sold the property to John Spargo, and soon afterward, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts took the property by eminent domain. Another girls' camp, Camp Wawatesi, ran from 1930 to 1942, operated by Florence Harnden and Betty Larkin. Activities included swimming, horseback riding, outdoor games, and crafts. Girls' camp, Camp Watona, ran from 1917 to 1965. They opened on Cape Cod Bay in 1917 for 40 girls ages 8 to 18. Mrs. Mildred Burdett was the director. Horses from Mr. Crooker's stables on Route 137 provided horseback riding. Camp Wono for girls, 1939 to 1975. In 1938, the Delahantys decided to open a sister camp for girls. A 40-acre estate called Wild Acres was purchased a short distance from Camp Monomoy and enjoyed its opening season in 1939. The camps merged into one entity on the Wono campus. The Cape Cod Sea Camps went on to offer a co-educational, recreational, overnight camping experience for children. Brewster still has 5 camps in operation. The Brewster Day Camp, started in 1981, is a co-ed camp for ages 3 to 16. It's a traditional New England summer day camp. Camp Favorite started in 1959 by the Girl Scouts of southeastern New England. Camp Favorite was originally a hunting lodge owned by James and Helen Storrow. They granted the property to the Boy Scouts of America in 1956, who then granted the property to the Girl Scouts in 1958. The Laurel Day Camp, started in 1986, is a co-ed camp where they promote honesty, respect, and kindness while providing a sense of community to give campers confidence in a loving and safe environment. Camp Mitten began in 1941, a co-ed camp providing a safe and supportive place for young people who have experienced trauma or crisis and are struggling to find healthy and positive ways to cope. Camp Non-K-Rafe started in 1994, a co-ed camp dedicated to bringing respite to the lives of children with serious and or life-threatening illnesses and their families, allowing for the chance to create loving and lasting memories that transcend illness and struggle.